Alternative for Germany, AfD, classified as terrorist by German intelligence. Germany's intelligence agency has officially classified Alternative for Germany, AfD, as a right-wing extremist organization. This designation marks a significant escalation in the scrutiny of a party that has repeatedly courted controversy with its racist, anti-Semitic, xenophobic, and homophobic rhetoric. The Federal Office of Protection of the Constitution, BFE, released a 1,100-page report detailing AfD's ethnicity and ancestry-based conception of the people, which the agency deems incompatible with Germany's free democratic order. The report highlights the party's xenophobic, anti-minority, Islamophobic, and anti-Muslim statements made by leading officials. The BFV's classification grants authorities greater powers to monitor AfD, including intercepting communications and using undercover agents. This move comes after AfD lost a legal challenge against its previous classification as a suspected extremist entity. The agency has already designated AfD in the eastern states of Thuringia and Saxony-Anhalt as proven extremist groups. This reflects the party's strong support in these regions, where its rhetoric has resonated with certain segments of the population. Interior Minister Nancy Faeser emphasized that the BFV's decision was based on a thorough and impartial review, stating, AfD represents an ethnic concept that discriminates against entire population groups and treats citizens with a history of migration as second-class Germans. She further noted that the party's ethnic attitude is reflected in racist statements, especially against immigrants and Muslims. AfD's history is marred by scandals, including high-profile members using banned Nazi slogans and minimizing the atrocities of the Nazi era. Their rhetoric and actions have drawn widespread condemnation from other political parties and civil society organizations. Calls for a ban on AfD have intensified following the BFV's classification. German politicians have emphasized that a party deemed extremist should not be treated as a regular opposition party, particularly in parliament. The potential for AfD to chair parliamentary committees has been deemed almost unthinkable. AfD's journey from a Eurosceptic party to an anti-migration force highlights the dangers of unchecked extremism. The party's success in recent elections underscores the urgency of addressing its radical ideology. Germany's basic law, adopted after the horrors of the Nazi regime, allows for the banning of parties that deliberately undermine the functioning of Germany's free democratic basic order. The BFV's classification provides a strong foundation for potential legal action against AfD. It is important to understand that the dangers of these types of extremist groups are not isolated to Germany. Organizations such as Alternative for Sweden AfS and the Nordic resistance movement NRM are next in line. These groups are silly and uncreative Nordic copycats of AfD and the National Democratic Party of Germany, NDP, and they will be branded as terrorist organizations at some point. It is imperative that we recognize and combat these dangerous ideologies wherever they appear. Following classification of AfD as a terrorist organization by BFE, Alternative for Immigrants, AFI, celebrated this decision as a crucial victory against hate and discrimination. AFI extends their warmest congratulations to all immigrants and minority communities in Germany, expressing overwhelming happiness and relief that the extremist nature of the AfD has been officially recognized. The fight against extremism is a collective responsibility. It requires vigilance, education, and a commitment to upholding democratic values. Stay informed, stay engaged, and stand against hate.